Life can be hard, and we've all faced those moments that seem to stop us dead in our tracks. But what if those moments of difficulty, the bad news, could actually be a springboard for something greater? I'm Cam Garven, and each week I'll bring you stories of extraordinary resilience and conversations about lives and ideas that are productive. This is the Productive Lives Podcast. Welcome back. Today, Dave shares a powerful lesson, the difference between a 20-year plan and a 5-minute plan. After the military, Dave found himself managing logistics for the global phenomenon TV show, The Chosen. He tells us what it's like to manage 600 actors on a remote dairy farm and how the military prepared him for a ministry reaching 1 billion people. I saw you on The Chosen, so this is a transition from all the awesome stuff you've been doing, your own company, maybe some lessons you learned through that, and then get into The Chosen. I don't know, you posted something, I'm like, I have friends that are cast members, Rose Hausman, Terry, that are donors of ours. They go to a church in the area, and they show up in the crowd of, 5,000 people. But you were there. So lessons learned from military, Karen. Now you're in the movie industry as well as running your own company. Tell me all about that, if you can.
Yeah, Cameron, I wish it was remarkable. It was,
hard work.
Sometimes the Lord's providence is unremarkable, right? It's, and that's really, I love that about it, right? It wasn't really a big deal. Our youth pastor at our church was looking for a host family for a guest speaker for the youth conference. And we live 5 minutes from the church. And he's like, "Hey, Dave, can you host Brad?" And I'm like, "Sure, no problem." Like, we had volunteered to do it. I'm like, "Great, it'll be awesome." Like, rather than if you've spent any time in Florida and know anything about snowbirds, this was February, and any time between January and March in Florida to try to get dinner reservations anywhere at any time is an uphill battle.
All these Yankees are here. I got you.
Right. So we were happy. My wife is like a 5-star chef, and so we were able to host them. And he's like, "And I don't know, can you like handle the musical talent too?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And that was this guy named Mike Weaver, who's Big Daddy Weave.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah.
So they showed up. So we became fast friends with Mike Weaver's family and a guy named Brad Fogarty, who is the talent coordinator for The Chosen. So he handles all the talent for all the actors.
All right.
And we became fast friends, about the same age, told stories.
Yeah.
And I showed him kind of my military trophy case, and I said, you've given me a lot of problems. It sounds like you need a retired colonel to help you out. And he said,
"True.
You know what? You're right." And like the next week he calls me and he goes, "Hey, can you be in Utah in April? We're doing this big, they call it a 600 event when they're shooting scenes with large groups of background actors." And so he asked, I said, "Well, I'll only do it." He's like, "Can you be out here for a week?" I said, "I'll make you a better deal. I can be out there 2 weeks, but my wife has to come too, because we're going to come out in our RV."
Awesome.
So we both came out there, and he goes, "I just need some military look at kind of how we do this logistically."
Sure.
And if you know anything at all about that show, which is amazing, by the way.
Yeah. No, I love it. Yep.
It's like reaching 1 billion people in 600 languages now, which the best Hollywood has ever done with anything in multi-languages is in the neighborhood of 50 languages.
Wow.
And they're reaching 1 billion in 600 languages. It's unbelievable.
That's awesome.
And so, but the set in Utah is literally in a dairy farm area, very, very remote. And like the closest Airbnb is 30 minutes away. So like for a 5 a.m. call, you're waking up at 3:30 to be there by
Yeah.
5:30. And so I get there and I'm like, oh, I've been here before. This is Afghanistan. This is Kuwait. This is Iraq.
I'm sure the terrain looks the same.
It looks exactly the same.
That's
And
so
it was
funny.
the same remoteness and all the same smells and the feels and like all that. I'm
Oh,
like,
I'm sure.
okay, I've done this before. And it was we were in charge of kind of the life support for the 600. So the background actors are a group of 600 fans is what they are.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Rose is a fan. Yeah, they're just fans. It's great.
They're crazy people. They're absolutely crazy people. And I say that in the best complimentary way.
Sure.
Because like they have to pay their way to be there.
I thought so.
They have to make their own costumes.
Oh, really? Wow. You didn't do that, Dave?
No, I wore this because we were support, right?
Right.
So they have to make their own costumes, and then they have to provide their own transportation, their own lodging, and they have to stand in first century costumes 12 hours a day, like in sandals, and
Yeah.
and a lot of them aren't like spring chickens, right? A lot of them are like retired, like you and I, but older.
Right.
And so, and at the end of the week, when it's like temperature variations are like in the 30s all the way up to the 80s, and the 80s at 5,000 feet is pretty hot.
Yeah.
And at the end of the week, they're crying. They're like, I don't want to leave. I want to come back. Like, you're nuts.
I'm going to my RV.
Right. And anyway, so they're just amazing people. So we've done that now for 2 seasons, 5 and 6, helping with the life support, which has helped. Brad's called us for other opportunities. So we've worked with K-Love Fan Awards.
Okay. That's
We've
awesome.
worked with K-Love Cruises. We've worked with the Chosen Conference. So we're getting ready to go in February to Chosen Conference. And it's behind the scenes stuff,
Sure.
helping get actors to where they need to be for panel discussions. And,
That's all. That's
it's
you never would have thought of that.
I
Jim.
never would have thought. I know nothing about the movie industry. What was ironic was, oh, I've been there. It's exact same business process, different industry,
Oh, I'm sure.
and their discipline in many ways makes the military look junior varsity.
Why is that?
Well,
Different motivation, or
I well, I this is all my opinion. Like I have no evidence
sure.
for this, but I think a lot of it has to do with they have a very limited amount of time. The movie industry, so think about it. They have these actors that are on the hook that they're paying a lot of money, and they're shooting 12 hours a day for 3 months for something you can binge watch in 8 hours.
Yeah.
And so there's a really strong financial motivation to get it right as quickly as you can and as with the highest quality as you can. And it's a lot of the same moving parts. It's getting troops in formation and getting them moved to a place and doing the right thing and getting the right scene and the mission. It's all the same business process, just a different industry. Yeah. But the planning that goes into it, some of the artifacts that they put together, obviously the scripts, how they're able to control the narrative and not let it get out.
Yeah, amazing.
It's really next level.
Yeah. Lessons learned. Well, first of all, did you meet Jesus?
Of course.
I mean,
yeah, they're all good people. I mean, it's like it's funny because, like, it's after a while, we're all the same,
all,
right?
Yeah.
Yes, we did, and but the other ones, all the other actors are amazing people. Quintus, was the original Roman praetor.
Yeah, tell me that.
I was responsible for him. I was kind of his escort officer for the Chosen Conference. And Brad's like, you were a colonel, he was a colonel, you'll get along fine.
Listen, but who was in charge?
I wanted to ask him I said, I know nothing about your industry. I want you to coach me. Well, he kept asking me Army questions. So it was like we're fighting for information. I'm like, no, I really I would like to know how this works because I'm trying to understand it better.
Yeah, fascinated. That is great. That is awesome. And using that's what I think is cool. Productive, if you're productive lives, we're talking about is using what God has given you. It's a Bible education, master's degree, working in the military for something you probably never would have thought of doing, or wasn't even in an industry. I mean, when we were kids, there was some Christian movies, but they weren't really good, to be honest.
Yeah.
These are The Chosen. When we watch it, I'm crying most of the time, like, oh my goodness, is that what? And they do such a great job. Yeah,
They've
that's pretty
graduated
cool.
from the church play. Were
Yeah.
you played Jesus in the church play? All right, you're hired.
Yeah. But what
No,
I like is they're not all white guys that blue-eyed. They look authentically, and I know they're not all from Israel.
that's
And
intentional and
yeah,
for a
very
good reason,
intentional.
right? Yeah. No, it's good.
No,
Now, what you
love
said, Cameron, it's like, productivity, I've learned, like if it's a lesson learned, isn't about doing more.
it. Mm,
It's about being faithful to what you've been entrusted.
that's right.
Right. And so I think it kind of sum it up. People are, and I was guilty of this, right? Like when I was a second lieutenant at 22 years old, I had a 20-year plan.
Oh yeah.
Right. And when I was a full colonel, I had a 5-minute plan.
Gonna get through
And
this.
yeah, I'm just trying to get, and I consistently lost control the higher I got. And I had to learn through hard knocks over time. It's like, it's okay not to control. Just
Yeah.
be faithful in the moment and be present in the moment.
God never wastes our professional skills, just finds ways to use them differently. But Dave isn't just a logistics guy. He's an elite athlete. In our final episode with Dave, we talk Ironman triathlons, the theology of suffering, and a 3,000-mile ride he's preparing for right now. See you next time. Thank you for listening to the Productive Lives podcast. You can expect new episodes every Monday, and if you like the show, please subscribe and leave a review wherever you get your podcasts. This helps others like you find the show. The Productive Lives podcast is supported by Productive Lives, where our mission is people serving people, and our vision is to motivate people to improve their lives and the lives of others through servant living and leadership. If you want to live a productive life and help improve the lives of others, visit our website for more information, productivelives.org. The Productive Lives podcast is produced by Studio D Podcast Production and hosted by me, Cam Garven. I'll see you next week for more stories of resilience and conversations about lives and ideas that are productive.